So it's official. The New York Cosmos are coming back. The New York Cosmos are coming back. And this is going to be crazy because this is the third installment of the Cosmos. And we all know that the Cosmos back in the day were a very historic club. I mean, Pelé played there, one of the greatest soccer players in the entire world. So the New York Cosmos have recognition. But like I said, this is going to be the third installment. So is it going to pan out? Is it going to work? And before we break it all down, let me just play a quick recap of everything that's going on.
News in the world of American soccer tonight. One of the most iconic soccer teams of the past is back. Nick Calloway reports the New York Cosmos are back in North Jersey.
They were once the crown jewel of American soccer. With the help of Pelé and other stars, the Cosmos packed stadiums and dominated American soccer in the 1970s and early 80s. The team carved out global attention for a sport that was still fighting for attention in the U.S.
The Cosmos are coming back to life.
On Thursday came the announcement that the Cosmos will step back onto the pitch, this time at Patterson's historic Hinchliffe Stadium, which was once home to Negro League teams like the New York Black Yankees. It's the third iteration of the storied Cosmos franchise.
So what we really want to do is make sure that we have a club that is affordable for kids, but also a team that is exciting.
Patterson native Baye Adolfo Wilson is the team's majority owner. He says the club will focus on youth development and community.
I want there to be about 100 events here on an annual basis between soccer, baseball, concerts.
The team will compete in the USL League One. There are also plans for a women's pro team in the near future.
Big win for the city of Patterson, big win for the state of New Jersey. And the Cosmos, they transcend the tri-state area. You have people that used to come from other countries just to watch the Cosmos play.
Whether they can recapture the glory days remains to be seen. But for longtime fans, the return of the Cosmos is already a win.
It's your first love, and you can change your wife, you can change your job, but you will never change your original team.
The Cosmos will take the field here at Hinchliffe in March of next year.
Yeah, so it's a very nostalgic name. The New York Cosmos, very famous name. Like I said, Pelé used to play there. Beckenbauer used to play there. So some great names, some big names have been there. So the New York Cosmos is a well-known team here in the United States and across the world. Like you said in the video, people used to travel from all over the world to come and watch the New York Cosmos play. So there is name recognition there. And they're going to start off playing in the USL League One. And like we all know, promotion and relegation is coming to the USL. So, I think this is going to be the easy way in the USL League One, and then from there hopefully they're able to be promoted into the championship and then maybe eventually into the Division One. But going into the USL League One, it's a growing league. All of the USL is growing. We have talked about that plenty times in different videos. But, I mean, how many teams have you seen come into the USL League One? The New York Cosmos is hoping to add to that number, to add to that list. And so I know the New York Cosmos are just going to add to the competition of a already competitive league. They're also playing at a historic home stadium, the Hinchliffe Stadium, which is pretty insane that it used to just be for blacks only, the black league, the baseball league. I think there's only a few of those left, and so to have this preserved, to have this historic stadium be of the New York Cosmos, which is already a historic team, that just adds to it. It fits 7,500 people, so hopefully they're able to pack that stadium. Hopefully they're able to have that sellout crowd that will be able to lift this even more, which will be able to add to the excitement of it. But like I said, just playing in a historic stadium like this, it's only going to add to it. And so I see that as being a pro of this team going into this league. They're looking to be very community organized, very community driven. They're hoping to have concerts, like you said, different types of events. I think they want to have cricket events there too. Just different things to have the community be able to go to the stadium, be able to go to watch the New York Cosmos as well. So they want to be community driven, which is always a plus because that is what you want. You hopefully want to attract fans that are going to cherish this club, that are going to say, yeah, this is a club that we want to see succeed, that we want this club to be here for a long run. Like I said, this is the third installment of the New York Cosmos, so you don't want to see people go to these games or kind of get their hopes taken away from them and then watch it collapse later on. So you do want to be community driven. The majority owner seems like he plans on doing this for the long run. But to every pros list, there is a con list, and there are potential risks when starting a brand new team. And the New York Cosmos are no different. So like I said, this is the third installment of the New York Cosmos. So it kind of makes you wonder, is it going to follow the footsteps of the previous installments, of the previous ownership groups of the New York Cosmos? And you know what they say, third time's a charm, but we shall see if that happens because historically speaking, it hasn't worked out. And so the New York Cosmos, this is going to be something new, and it's starting from the bottom up. Even though it has that legendary name, it doesn't guarantee that it's going to stick around. And something that I find very interesting is it's called the New York Cosmos, but they don't even play in New York. They play in Paterson, New Jersey. So to be called the New York Cosmos, but not even play in New York, it's going to kind of be like, in a way, it's going to be kind of confusing to fans because you're going to have people from New Jersey, because we already know of the big rivalry between New York and New Jersey. So for people from New Jersey to go to a New York Cosmos games and be like, yeah, we are the New York Cosmos, it kind of seems counterintuitive. It kind of seems like it's not really going to work out. Like there's going to be a bit of confusion of identity with some fans because, like I said, you're not even playing in New York. You're playing in the opposite. You're playing in New Jersey. I don't know. I could kind of see that being as a hindrance for this. You're asking people to support something that it's not even in their town. Maybe they'll change the name. Maybe they'll get rid of New York and just have Cosmos, or the Paterson Cosmos, the New Jersey Cosmos. We shall see. It's still in the early stages, and I'm sure if a lot of people voice their opinion, they're going to have to take that into effect. Another thing is, like I said, you're competing with New York, and you're competing with NYCFC, New York Red Bulls. Soon there's going to be Brooklyn FC. So all of these teams in a certain area, it's going to be a lot of competition. And I'll be honest, sometimes the NYCFC games, New York Red Bull games, this is Division 1 already, MLS, and they're having a hard time filling up the seats. They're having a hard time getting fans into their stadiums. Even sometimes during their derby games, not a lot of people show up. So you're going to have competition already. You're adding yourself to a market that is already heavy. There's already a heavily competitive atmosphere, competitive outreach for fans. But maybe this will be a little bit different, like I said, since it's in New Jersey. But still, we shall see what happens in that aspect as well, because you're going to be competing and you're going to be trying to convince people to go to your games instead of the other games, the other teams around the area. And so personally, in my opinion, it's very exciting to see the New York Cosmos come back, because I have known this team. I've heard about this team for a long time. I mean, the New York Cosmos, if you're an American soccer fan, a true fan, you've heard of the name. You've heard of the New York Cosmos. You know that Pele used to play there. And then just watching videos of old clips of the team from back in the day, it was a sellout crowd. I mean, people showed up to watch them play. So this is going to be exciting. And if they do it right, if there's patience, if fans get involved early on, I see this being a successful team. I really hope that it will be a successful team, because the USL is growing. People are tuning into this league. And so I think this is going to be a good time for the New York Cosmos, a new ownership group. It's a perfect time for them to step in. There's a lot of moving pieces happening, promotion and relegation, and the new creation of the Division 1 league. So all of it's perfect timing for something like this to happen. So if they get it right, if people show up, if they're able to truly convince the community to come and support their team, this is going to be a success, and I think it'll be a great success. This is going to add fans from around the world because of how impactful the name is of the New York Cosmos. But I do believe that this is going to take patience. It's going to require patience from the community. But what do you guys think? Are you excited for the New York Cosmos coming back? Do you think it's going to work, or do you not think it's going to work? I would love to know what you guys think. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you all on the next one.